Hi people, it's Archivist here, hope you're doing well, and today I have yet another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video for you. We've got BlueEyes White Dragon, RedEyes Black Dragon, and Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, but in this first duel it will be BlueEyes versus BlueEyes. My opponent decided to focus on the ritual side of BlueEyes, which means his boss monster is the formidable BlueEyes Chaos Max Dragon. But I decided to go for a slightly different angle, an angle that I seldom see online in fact, to be completely honest, I've never seen it online. And that is to go for more of a fusion focus. And yes, I've seen BlueEyes Twin Burst Dragon affair many times online. I haven't seen many of the free BlueEyes fusion monsters in the past. BlueEyes Ultimate Dragon, or as you're about to see me bring out here, the indestructible Neo BlueEyes Ultimate Dragon. And when you use greater polarization to summon it, as I just did, it can't be destroyed by card effects, and when you consider it has 4500 attack, that's a monster with pretty decent protection. But that's not where its tricks end. Neo BlueEyes Ultimate Dragon has another effect. When you go to attack, and assuming you have no other face-up cards on the field, you can attack up to 2 more times for a total of 3 times. But as you can see here, I did have a Keeper of Dragon Magic face-up on the field. But my opponent decided to be most gracious and finish off my other cards on the field, my Alternative Dragon and my Keeper of Dragon Magic, leaving only my Neo BlueEyes Ultimate Dragon on the field left. But little did they realise that that's exactly what I wanted, because now, as you can see here, I could attack up to 3 times, wiping out their entire field, destroying 2 very strong ritual monsters in the form of BlueEyes Chaos Max Dragon. And all I needed to do was send BlueEyes fusion monsters from my extra deck to my graveyard, but considering I've absolutely stacked my extra deck with monsters of this ilk, it wasn't so hard to do. They attempt to destroy me with a card effect, it does nothing because of greater polarization, and then in the next turn I make use of its ability to attack up to 3 times once again, but I only need 2 on this particular occasion, and I take them out with Neo BlueEyes Ultimate Dragon. And that is the end of BlueEyes versus BlueEyes. In this second game, I am using RedEyes Black Dragon, and this is indeed the deck that I first showcased when I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel on my channel. It's a really great deck, and I still thematically connect with it more than any other deck that I use. It's very fun, it does have some neat tricks that not everyone sees coming because it's not very frequently used. The biggest disadvantage is that against meta decks, I find it unfortunately crumbles very quickly. It's not my most competitive deck, but just because something isn't your most competitive deck doesn't mean it isn't worth using. Now that said, the reason I decided to use my RedEyes deck was because as part of a rank reset that occurred while I was off playing Elden Ring, which by the way is a great game guys, if you haven't played it yet I'd recommend looking into it if you haven't already. But yeah, the rank reset brought me back to gold rank 5. And I thought, okay, well I've been reset, not the end of the world, I can use this as an opportunity to try out some of my less competitive decks. And this is a good example of where I used my RedEyes deck to try and get a few wins, get a match that I could show you guys, because it just is a really fun deck. There's a lot of recovery, a lot of tactics you can employ. The biggest weakness, I would say, is an inability to deal with your opponent's back row, their spell and trap cards, and then after that is a slight weakness in terms of raw attack power. That said, I just really resonated with Joey in the original anime, and his original primary card was RedEyes Black Dragon, and so it's really hard to resist every now and then dabbling and trying with this RedEyes deck. It is fun, and as you can see in this game, it's not impossible to get wins even if they're not necessarily in Platinum. In this final game, we return to the last of the dragons, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. And this, I have ultimately come to the conclusion, is my favourite deck, at least that I've showcased on the channel, of BlueEyes, of RedEyes, of my Code Talker Cyburst. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is my preferred deck. It's got really strong consistency, and the attack power is just truly out of this world. When I saw my opponent here set a single card in their back row, be it spell or trap, I knew I would win, because the consistency and the attack power you can deliver with this Galaxy Eyes Photon deck it's just remarkable. It's something that no other deck I have can quite match up to. Only my Code Talker deck comes close, but it can't even come near doing over 17,000 points of damage in a single blow, and that's what we do in this game. So Galaxy Eyes Blade Dragon can destroy their back row, removing any kind of threat, and when we do that, the card I dismiss does try to activate from the graveyard, but then my Infinity, my Cyber Dragon Infinity, can negate even that. And then when I do that, I realise, look, there's nothing more they can do. They weren't hiding on any kind of Ash Blossom in their hand. So I bring out Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which means that I can then special summon my Afterglow Dragon from my hand. This allows me to then Xyz summon into the formidable number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. And those who have been watching my channel recently know what happens next. Dismiss Afterglow Dragon, and I double the attack power plus the bonus from the Xyz monster on the field, and that's 17,200 points of damage I deal at once, killing them twice over, and that is the victory of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. As always, people, thanks very much for watching, and see you next time.